Alright, so the year 2016 is about to end, so, there's another year after that. So let's go ahead and look at my top 10 games that's going to be released in the year 2017. So let's get started. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, for my number 10 pick, we have the Crash Trilogy Remastered. Not by Naughty Dog. Unfortunately, Naughty Dog sold sold to Activision, and it's being developed by some random company that we really don't care about. Most important thing is that it's remastered. It's Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, 3. Crash Bandicoot, Return of Cortex, Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped, and that's pretty much it. I don't know how I feel about this. I do want to see it succeed. And I do have my number 10 pick because I love the Crash Bandicoot series as a kid, especially the first 3 games. And seeing it remastered brings back a lot of childhood. It's just that it's not with the same charm as Naughty Dog have brought it. And it's by some Activision conglomerate. And you guys know how I feel about Activision. I'm sure there'll probably be some crates that you have to buy to actually get the gem to do some things. But that's just my personal opinion. Hopefully it does do well. I do look forward to it. But let's go ahead and move on to the number 9 pick. Alright, for our number 9 pick, we have our first PS4 exclusive of the year, and that is Horizon Zero Dawn. Seriously, they could have totally came up with a better name than that. But anyway, it is developed by Guerrilla Games, and of course it is only on the PS4 and PS4 Pro. I don't know why I made it sound like those are 2 separate consoles, even though they really just play the exact same games. What's interesting about this game that it's another game that takes prehistoric times or prehistoric type setting and involves a lot of futuristic technology, which I kind of like and kind of don't like. I don't like it if it's not executed correctly, but this game seems alright. It seems like it includes a lot of elements. It is an action RPG, as that seems to be an ongoing type of RPG that's coming out, as we are moving away from the old standard, I attack you, I wait 5 turns, then I get to attack you again type of RPG. We're getting into a more fluid RPG, which I admit does allow a more fluid and more richer story, which I really hope to really dive into when this game comes out, because not much is released about the story in this game. But hey, it's a role-playing game. It has action, fluidity. It's not the standard stuff. It'll be very interesting. At first I thought this was a survival game, but really it's an action RPG as stated by the developers. Remember, this game is slated to release February 28th, 2017. I will definitely pick up a copy. Hopefully not some stupid deluxe edition that only adds like 2 costumes and it's like 20 more bucks. But let's go ahead and move on to the next pick. Alright, and the next game we're looking at is Scalebound, released sometime this year. Can't talk about a PS4 exclusive without talking about an Xbox One exclusive. This is developed by Platinum Games, designed by Yusuke Miyata, and it's only released for Xbox One and Microsoft Windows. Now this game is featuring a lot of multiplayer aspects. Obviously you can play with your friends and do a lot of cool stuff. But not much is known about the story. At least I really didn't look too much into the story. I just looked at the trailer and I was like, you know what, this looks like a fun game. Looks very interesting. Definitely worth picking up if you're looking for an Xbox One game that isn't Call of Duty, Gears of War, or Halo. I do like how they're expanding out into different game genres. Xbox, you definitely have a winner on your hands here. I definitely will be looking to see what kind of story is entrenched. I mean, we have a guy here who has dragon powers, flipping turns into a damn dragon and is flying on a dragon. It's crazy. It's great. It seems like it seems very similar to that of Evolve Stage 2, but it looks better and more contained than Evolve. Evolve had so much potential, but developers killed their own game, and most likely it's going to be multiple classes like in Evolve. Probably going to have it like a trapper, a support, a healer, an attacker, or a tank, or whatever. But let's go ahead and move on to our number 7 pick. Alright, and for my number 7 pick, we have Injustice 2, released for only the PS4, Xbox One, and I also saw Android, iOS. I'm not holding that to a high standard, but PS4 and Xbox One. Now, I'm really disappointed that this is not being released for PC, as the first Injustice was released for PC. Most likely, we will get a later release date for PC, probably with a complete version. I'm kind of debating on whether or not to buy this game when it first comes out, or wait till there's like an XL version like they did with Mortal Kombat. That's kind of disappointing that they would pull a stunt like that. I feel like you should have like a deluxe version when you first come out, and also have a standard version. Even though I do hate deluxe versions, I do find it beneficial if you're going to have a deluxe version when it first comes out, and not have it come out later within the game's lifespan, especially when you come out DLC in between the beginning of the game, the mid game, and then when it's about to die, you come out with a deluxe version that has all the DLC. It kind of just kick your customers in the nuts with that type of stuff. But you know, that's safe for the inner rant guy. I am excited with the trailer, with the different characters, the more variety of characters that are in this game than it was in the first game. You know, first game we had the main Justice League, you had the main villains, and it was kind of, overall, I do find it a meh game. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't fantastic. It definitely deserved a sequel to improve on what it did in the first game, where it did do right. Fluidity, you know, NetherRealm Studio has done really well with improving the fluidity of their fighting games. You know, fighting combos, you know, all that type of stuff. You know, you don't find that in games such as Street Fighter, which is why I kind of don't fucks with Street Fighter that much. You know, I like games like Tekken and this and Mortal Kombat. But you know, if we're getting Injustice 2 2017, that means we might be getting ourselves a new Mortal Kombat game in the 2018. We do have Armageddon coming up, you know, within the Mortal Kombat timeline. We're slated for that, so look for that in 2018 or 2019 most likely. But let's go ahead and move on to our number 6 pick. Alright, so what if we took the best worlds of Rainbow Six Siege and The Division? Well, we got Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, aka the DEA, aka Tony Montana looking motherfucker. Yes, we're dealing with a lot of drugs in this one. Drug cartel, pre-alpha, all that good shit. Now, this game is slated for release March 7th, 2017 for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. This game is definitely a pickup for the spring year. You know, it takes the best worlds. I do like the open world aspect of it, but it still has kind of a Rainbow Six Siege feel to it. You know, there's definitely going to be different classes of characters doing certain things. You're definitely going to have some mission types that probably are very similar to that in Rainbow Six Siege, but in a more open environment. Kind of like if you took some heists from Grand Theft Auto 5 and threw them in here, especially with the drug aspect of this game. I definitely think this is a must pick up for those who enjoy the shooter genre. It just looks like a game that is going to succeed well, you know. Tom Clancy, you know, coming out with these different games that don't feel like the same game. You know, Call of Duty feels like the same game pretty much every single time, just, you know, either better or worse, you know. Black Ops 3, meh, okay at best. Then we got Infinite Warfare, which is just a complete shitstorm. It should be refunded if you bought that game. But this game, Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, man, it's crazy. He comes out with these games, you know. I don't know where Tom lives at, but you know, I would shake his hand because this is a game worth buying. But let's go ahead and move on to our number 5 pick. We've broken the top 5, ladies and gentlemen.